wouldn't be risked in the second half because he's had a few brushes. Official James Bell just overseeing the changes.
Casimir's out.
Erik ten Hag, on this occasion, waving to well-wishers as he makes that journey along the touchline. So Casemiro off and Amrabat on. That is the midfield change for Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka replacing Diogo Dalot. Manchester United with 45 minutes to save themselves from
Come on.
Programme, more criticism, more boos. There's Harry Maguire. To save themselves from a fifth defeat in their last 8 home games. And into the stadium that, in the early months of Erik ten Hag's reign, regained something of its reputation as a fortress. No longer.
Two different sorts of players that have come on. Wan-Bissaka, much better defensively than Dalot. More energy, more pace. Not quite so good in forward areas. And this man here, can he run the midfield? He did so in the first round against Crystal Palace. In the previous round against Crystal Palace when he played at left back and kept on coming into central midfield.
Yellow card for Willock for this challenge. For Amrabat to come on at half-time, having been hooked off at half-time in the last 2 games.
As a die-hard Manchester United fan from South Jersey, USA,
Some of the players that hold in midfield play.
the tri-state area.
I'm absolutely shocked that Hannibal is still on the field. Can't come to regret it, maybe Ten Hag, if he does get a second yellow.
There is Hannibal. Wan-Bissaka. Anthony. Amrabat.
Jesse
Middlesbrough and Port Vale were two of the Football League teams to book their initial places in the last 8 of this year's Carabao Cup. They played and won last night. West Ham on the brink of fulfilling their place in the quarterfinals, 3-0 up against Arsenal. Here's Maguire. Anthony. 3-0 up at Ipswich. Tom Kearney has scored there. And there's Martial. Look at their corner.
Better, much better from Manchester United. Players wanting to get on the ball, good movement down that right-hand side. Wan-Bissaka stretching to keep the ball in. For once, Martial made a run across his defender. That's got the crowd going momentarily.
Alone. Mount. And by Joe Linton. Followed by Gordon. West Ham are through. All Premier League ties tonight. They've beaten Arsenal 3-1 at London Stadium.
Who's here?
And Ipswich have pulled the ball back at home against Fulham.
Who's here? Really?
We got Manchester United playing at a slightly higher tempo at the start of this second half. Started to win some of those 50-50 challenges now, and then Howball's getting the crowd going. I'm not always sure that's the greatest thing to do, but I would say he's showing passion. Maguire will be a probable target. Lindelof is also good in the air.
Maguire made the difference against Copenhagen in the Champions League last midweek. It's Mount. Nacho attempting to keep it in. Succeeding, and here's Sergio Reguilón. Across to Anthony.
Just wonder what the instructions from Eddie Howe were to his team at half-time. They haven't come out with nearly as much energy. They're not pressing the ball high up the field now. They're just trying to remain compact.
Maguire's header down. And he played in work. Argentine Garnacho. Reguilón.
Had the same control about Newcastle at the start of this second half. Nowhere to go when they won the ball back with their long staff.
Offside. You sense slightly encouraged by what they've seen since half-time.
Yeah, there's been more energy. They've been playing on the front foot. Newcastle have played into that by dropping deeper and deeper. It's the chance for Manchester United to get some rhythm in their play. It's a case of can they be creative in the top third of the field. Now the captain, with the previous captain, Casemiro, going off.
Anthony. Garnacho. Into Argentine. And the Englishman Mount on the outside. Wan-Bissaka. And Rabats.
Yeah, not a good finish, but good play from United to start with. A bit of pace with the run of Mason Mount. Plays it into a good area. Tries to wrap his foot around it. Maybe the ball was played a bit too firmly for him. Just need to run onto it slightly. He's a good technical player, Amrabat.
Marcus Rashford amongst those, and perhaps to catch the manager's eye. Rashford, Owens, Fernandes. Amongst those available off the bench is Mount, Hannibal, and offside. That's a promising Manchester United attack.
Actually doing well to win the ball off Willett. It's a tough decision, but probably just about the right one. Martial's left leg was offside.
Joelinton.
Much more energy about United now. They're starting to win the ball back in good areas.
That's me.
Oh, he played an excellent 1-2. The crowd were urging him to drive forward here. There's the 1-2 with Martial. Now he's going to be running towards the goal. Instead, he chops it back onto his left foot. Now has 4 or 5 defenders to get back into a good position. And he has to unleash the shot from 25 yards away.
Kick. The line was caught. Garnacho. Livramento blocking it behind.
Decent pace from Garnacho. Right to the ankle. Livramento always knew he could get the slide challenge in to block the cross. A bit of play by both players in the end.
Regular. Joelinton.
And the one player that United have to miss out with the set plays is Joelinton. He's won the last 3 or 4 balls have been played into the box. And Jones alongside Eddie Howe. What do you think about making a change here? The game is just turning against them slightly. Just can't get out their own half at the moment, Newcastle. Just chipped into a midfield area.
Wan-Bissaka. Anthony. Amrabat. Hannibal. Garnacho. There's a shape on that delivery.
Good ball. They are getting better possession higher up the field. They are now getting one or two good crosses into the box. Could he be more determined, Martial? I think he could.
Everton are on the brink of booking their quarter-final place. They lead Burnley 3-0 in stoppage time at Goodison Park. Ashley Young, the tender age of 38, has just scored Everton's third.
All the goal kicks now. Newcastle are going from back to front.
Willock. Allowed to run a long way and score what should be the decisive goal, which will lead to plenty more awkward questions for Manchester United as Newcastle look forward to a quarter-final of the League Cup.
What a good goal from Willock. I was just saying that Newcastle are going from back to front with their goalkeeper's kicks, and we're never going to win anything in the air. We're giving possession away far too cheaply. And on that occasion, Willock picks up the knockdown. And it's just too easy for him to run at the heart of Manchester United's defence. Amrabat starts to win the ball. Joelinton, brilliant tackle. There was a slight obstruction. Maguire tried to get to the ball. Anthony just wasn't he? Gordon runs into him. But this is a good finish. Inside of the right foot, he almost passes it into the corner. What a good goal from Willock. Did have a good first half. As you said, that could have killed off the game.
He spent most of the season so far under treatment for injury. Belated seasonal debut, and he's made his mark tonight. And for the second time in the space of 4 days, Manchester United are 3-0 down at home.
Those challenges in midfield have been the key to the game. Once again, Joelinton won it off Amrabat.
Wan-Bissaka. Anthony. Hannibal. Amrabat. Mount. Liverpool are through, having won 2-1 at Bournemouth. Chelsea are through. They've beaten Blackburn Rovers 2-0.
They're both Manchester City and Arsenal out. Teams like Newcastle, Everton, Chelsea, certainly fancy their chances. Are going a long way in this competition.
And of course went out at the first hurdle against Fulham. Rasmus Højlund and Bruno Fernandes. And also Marcus Rashford. Three-way change for Manchester United, which will see them out of substitutions.
He led the line well, Anthony Gordon. So that's his best position. He worked hard, he made good runs. Wilson has come on in his place, and what a goal he scored, Willock.
Anyhow, bringing the changes, sharing the workload. Premier League game against Arsenal at St James's coming up on Saturday. Martial goes off, replaced by Højlund. All three of whom's Manchester United goals have come in the Champions League so far, nothing in domestic football. Rashford for Alejandro Garnacho. And Bruno Fernandes, the club captain, takes the armband from Lindelof and the place of Hannibal. But it's a long way back from here.
That really was a killer blow for them, wasn't it? Just when they looked as though they might create one or two chances, they were starting to be more dominant in the game. And crosses into the box.
Last time Newcastle came here in the fourth round of the League Cup was 47 years ago this week. And Manchester United walloped them 7-2. A hat-trick from Gordon Hill. Teams who met in last year's League Cup final. Manchester United victorious in the 1999 FA Cup final. Manchester United victorious. Wan-Bissaka, Anthony, Amrabat, and away by Livramento.
Richie looking a bit tired there. He should have been first with that ball. Fernandes, who's just come on, got there.
Everton have confirmed their quarter-final place. 3-0 winners over Burnley at Goodison this evening. The game still in progress at this stage. As Ipswich against Fulham. Fulham leading 3-1 deep into stoppage time.
Well, that's the result we've heard most about. The producer, who's a Fulham fan.
Regular. Linton. The Rashford didn't really stick.
How many times has Joe Linton done that when the ball's been crossed into the box? He's playing as, let's say, the holding midfielder, but the central midfield player. He's picked the right time to go forward, the right time to press the ball high up the field, the right time to drop deeper. He's won so many balls in the air.
Rashford. So a good number of Manchester United bigger hitters out there now, but have they arrived too late?
Too much pace on that ball from Bruno Fernandes and at Mason Mount.
Manchester United have been better in the first portion of the second half generally, and then go and concede a third goal. But they have looked disjointed. It hasn't really knitted together. What's your insight you can give us on what it's like to be a Manchester United player or a player in any team that is really struggling?
Well, when you watch a team that's struggling, one thing that we heard Mark Ogden saying at half-time is that they don't look fit enough. That might be the case on occasions, but quite often when you're having a bad time, you lose that bit of confidence. You're not quite sure what the game plan is. You don't want to chase balls down because you get played around too easily, because you become isolated. It takes you too long to make decisions because you're nervous and you're lacking confidence. You don't do things naturally. So there's always the accusation that players aren't trying. Yes, Dallo in the first half should have got back quicker. It's an out and out. Should have worked harder to get back in there. But when players look as though they're slow on the ball or they're not quite alert to situations, it's usually down to a lack of confidence. It takes them too long to make decisions mentally. And we've all been there.
Here's Mount.
It's not happening for Mason Mount at the moment. He's at his best at Chelsea. He was in the England team on a regular basis. That will hit the target.
It will be a particular concern to Eric Ten Hag that the home form on which he has previously been able to rely is wilting. He suffered one defeat in his first 21 league games here. He's now lost 3 of the last 4. With a very scratchy win over Copenhagen, and now what looks like a hefty home defeat in the Carabao Cup. And of course, with Manchester United, because of their many successes and gilded history, current shortcomings are somehow magnified. It's the only tie still in progress. West Ham, Liverpool, Chelsea, Everton and Fulham
72,000.
all victorious this evening. And they join Championship side Middlesbrough and League One Port Vale in the draw for the quarterfinals, which will take place at the conclusion of this tie. So there will be 6 Premier League sides through. And the highest ranked of those currently, Liverpool.
And that's just getting across. Not a good touch by Højlund. I was here for the game against Galatasaray. I have to say, Højlund was magnificent that night. That was the one thing that really did stand out. I thought he would go build his confidence from that game and go and do better things. Of course, he had the penalty away at the weekend, didn't play particularly well. So he's lost a bit of confidence. Dan Burn ready to come on by the looks of it.
Lewis Hall obviously has some sort of issue. So what's to be done about Manchester United?
Well, the manager has got to make sure he knows exactly what is expected of them in terms of the game plan. And from what I've seen over the last few weeks, I'm not quite sure what their game plan is. You should be able to recognise it. You should be able to see where they're trying to play, what they're trying to do. Where are they trying to create overloads? Where are they trying to form their attacks? How are they trying to get the ball into the front players? I'm not seeing that at the moment. Whether that's because the players aren't carrying out the game plan or whether there isn't really a firm game plan in place. I would suggest it's probably the second one. And that comes down to the manager.
Anthony. Rashford. It's quite a night to be a Newcastle fan. 7,500. One of the happy byproducts of domestic cup football. There's a chance, and it's spurned by Bruno Fernandes.
Good run, good pass. Timed his run to perfection. He's not picked up by the centre half. He's onside. Anthony plays a perfect ball into his path. He just hits it a fraction too early. Comes off his toe rather than his laces.
So a pair of fullbacks. Kieran Trippier and Dan Burn. Substitutions for both sides for the evening. And we'll replace Lewis Hall, who has scored his first Newcastle goal this evening. And Matt Ritchie is the player replaced by Trippier.
Imagine Livramento will play higher up the field now, almost as a right-sided player. Trippier will drop into right back. And Shaw will go in to left back.
Newcastle in again. Corner. Alan Wilson's shot blocked behind.
Lack of pace and lack of reading of the game from Harry Maguire here. Got to see the danger earlier than that and get across quicker. Here's the man with the delivery, and of course, Byrne is now on the pitch. He's the usual target for these balls that are whipped in. He couldn't strike that any better, could he? He just needed to start to swerve in towards the goal. I think he was trying to cut across it. On the edge of the box, good first touch. And straight as an arrow, rather than just bending in. Brilliant effort from Longstaff.
As things stand, this is going to be Newcastle's biggest win at Old Trafford since they won 7-4 here in 1930. Referee will go to his pocket. And that is the fourth yellow card of the night for.
Well, they do well to go towards the referee. He's got a yellow card. He's now on 2 occasions waved his arm at the referee. It's not going to help matters. Kicks the ball away in anger. Gets him a yellow card. Good play by Livramento. Played the 1-2 around him.
Newcastle now have the added bonus of Trippier out there to deliver pieces such as this all the way best. Banana able to make a comfortable save. Newcastle to come to another goal with their biggest win here since 1927 when they won 7-1 on this ground.
And we heard.
Last it was, he came round the back and tried to just loop his header over Onana. And backed off and read it. Doesn't get too many games, does he, Kraft? But he's done okay tonight.
He's been injured so far this season. First appearance of the campaign. Amrabat's and another yellow.
He certainly can't complain. Guimaraes just let the ball run, holds him off. Amrabat can't resist making the challenge. Knows he's beaten. About, you asked the question, what can they do about it? Yes, so it's criticising the manager and lack of a game plan, but also, if you haven't got a game plan, individual players have to step forward and make things happen. Not worry about the stick they might get. I'm going to be the best player in this team. I'm going to get us playing. I'm going to run around and start making challenges. You might just get the crowd up, lifted, and get other players around you working harder. Do you see that from United's players? Not really.
Still no definite resolution to the club's lengthy ownership saga. Seems that Sir Jim Ratcliffe will be taking 25% of the club, and with it, sporting authority. The Glazers will continue to be the majority owners. And there are more and more red plastic bucket seats visible now.
Well worth their visit, hasn't it? As you said, travelled in their numbers. And certainly have enjoyed their team's first half performance, where they were outstanding.
Wan-Bissaka. Joelinton.
I would have said 2 or 3 years ago that Joelinton will be playing as a holding midfield player and be one of the best players on the field for Newcastle. He's getting injured at the moment. He's done so much work. Centre forward who at the time couldn't score goals. He really looked like a player.
£40 million from Hoffenheim. As you say, Stuart, as a striker at that time. Well, every picture tells a story. This is not a particularly happy one from a Manchester United perspective again. Wan-Bissaka. Anthony. And Fernandez caught late by Joelinton, who also cautioned.
Needless one, really. There's only one pass that Bruno Fernandez was going to make, and that was a square one. He's done his job by forcing him back, and then he commits a foul and gets himself a yellow card.
Bruno Fernandez groans at the delivery. Hoyland. Anthony. Amrabat. Optimistic from Bruno Fernandez. Reguilón. And his mood won't improve when he sees that the referee is giving the goal kick.
I think the referee might have a little smile as he gave that goal kick there. It hasn't quite hit the heights people thought it would. Reguilón. This one in play for the Spanish national team, with Ansu Fati playing in front of him against Ukraine in a 6-0 win. And the two of them absolutely tore Ukraine apart.
The only place to be when results are like this.
It's going through that head.
Next for Manchester United is a trip to Fulham on Saturday lunchtime UK time. Back in the Premier League. Trip to Copenhagen in the Champions League next Tuesday. And a home fixture against Luton before the international break. But no League Cup quarter-final for them. Dummett. Maguire. Amrabat to Reguilón. Anthony. Fernandez.
Fernandez might be asking. Rashford wasn't coming with a bit more determination around the back post there. It's obvious where the ball was going to be played as it came back to Bruno Fernandes.
Regular. Mason Mount. Manchester United finishing with a considerably stronger lineup than that with which they started. When you looked at the two starting 11s, theirs seemed to be the stronger unit. Here's Rashford trying to pull one back. Ultimately, they're going to have been well beaten by Newcastle's reserves by and large. Supplemented by the odd regular like Callum Wilson, who's come off the bench. Trippier. Guimaraes.
It's become the fashion, isn't it? Waving your arms at the crowd, get the crowd going.
I don't recall you doing a lot of those in your playing career, Stuart.
Doesn't need to.
They were too busy shouting abuse at you. It's one of your former clubs meeting in this competition tonight. West Ham and Arsenal. West Ham winning. You have a look at that here, that it is Newcastle who are going through, avenging to some degree the defeat in last season's final in this competition. Kieran Trippier. Amrabat. Bruno Fernandes. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Mason Mount. Anthony.
A lack of understanding between Anthony and Højlund. He wanted Højlund just to pull off the centre half into the back post area. Højlund wanted the ball played into the near post. Body language doesn't look great, does it, from Erik ten Hag?
The last time that Manchester United lost 8 of their first 15 games at the start of a season was 51 years ago, and the manager then, Franco Farrell, was sacked.
They did have one season in the second tier of English football. 70s?
Yeah. 1974-75 season. Wan-Bissaka. Bruno Fernandes.
There's been question marks over his ability to captain the side. Is he a good leader? I don't know what goes on in the dressing room, but evidence of what you see on the pitch. Looks to do a lot of moaning and groaning. Maybe at the referee. Can he lead the players? Can he inspire the other players?
It's turned into a glum old night for Manchester United supporters. And it's not a new feeling.
I think what makes it worse is that it's been a second string Newcastle side that have come here, and particularly in the first half, outplayed, outrun, outthought Manchester United. Showed better quality with the ball as well.
And 4 minutes is probably a mercy for Manchester United.
This has been an absolute fucking shit show. And I can't even comment on YouTube because they're fucking censoring me. Because I speak facts, and YouTube doesn't like facts. Would never, ever abuse anybody or against any community guidelines. I just say what is the fact. It never was against anybody. I never tagged anyone's name, never said anybody's name. YouTube, it's just censoring, unfortunately. But I only got, Alexa, how many more hours until my band's up? I got about 6 hours left. 6 hours till my band is up, and then I can comment. But like I said, I already dismissed it. Like I said, no, you guys are wrong. You just see the comments I get. You just see the comments I get. Yeah, okay, and my comment gets talked about. No. Sorry. Doesn't work like that, YouTube. I'm your biggest person that you need on this channel. I am the biggest coming over from Twitch, the biggest leaving Twitch. The biggest Twitch streamer is leaving Twitch eventually to go to YouTube. Unfortunately, yes. Because I am one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. I'm bigger than Ninja. I got more followers than Ninja, real followers. Not fake like Ninja or like anybody else. Like I'm a legit real person. I don't bot my channels like everybody else does. I'm real. I stick to the facts.
Home defeat for Manchester United. A notable away win for Newcastle. All the other results this evening. No doubt there'll be news of the draw for the quarterfinals, which follows the conclusion of this tie.
And this game has just been an absolute fucking shit. It's just shit. It's shit.
Callum Wilson over the ball with just over a minute to play.
Terrible.
Great side of ambition for more goals for Newcastle. And have filled their boots.
After beating Manchester City and Manchester United, Newcastle deserve a good draw, don't they, in the next round?
There are two teams from outside the top division, Port Vale of League One and Middlesbrough of the Championship.
Terrible, man. I cannot physically understand how this is happening right now. 30 seconds to go left in this game. Embarrassment. Complete and utter embarrassment. It just makes absolutely no sense to me how they become that good to this fucking bad. It's fucking terrible. And fucking somebody should fucking tell them this. From a New Jersey fan in the US of A. The only one in South Jersey. The only one in New Jersey. The only legit, real, live-breathe football Manchester United fan from South Jersey and New Jersey in the tri-state area. This team just sucked tonight. I've been playing soccer. I played soccer for 14 years. I'm a retired professional soccer player. So this is not good. I can do better than this. Even the kids that were behind me that are younger than me, a year younger than me, can do better than this. Like, they're not as good as me, but they can do better than this at least. But this is just terrible, 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 terrible.